my friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope that you are doing well wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I hope you're thriving and striving, baby. So today, guys, I just want to say thanks for stopping in, for making the channel what it is, and I appreciate your patronage. So guys, just before we get started, like I always say, please click that like and subscribe button so you can get notifications when I post new content. Today, guys, we're talking about a movie from 2003 directed by Mr. Lance Laspina. And this is called Frazetta, Painting with Fire. So anyway, guys, this is basically, if you grew up liking Conan the Barbarian, if you like Cole the Conqueror, if you like, high fantasy, dragons and witches and demons and things like that, you probably have seen a Frank Frazetta painting or drawing or animated something in your life. You have probably seen that, and it has probably resonated with you. Some of Mr. Frazetta's most famous works are the Death Dealer paintings. Now, this is the gentleman who is sitting on top of a mound of skulls, and he's looking at the camera, and he's on a dark steed, and he has his axe, and there's blood dripping from the axe, and he just looks like a complete savage barbarian animal, and it is awesome. And it is if you've ever seen that painting, you know what I'm talking about. It is one of the most prominent fantasy paintings ever. This movie delves into the life, the art, the relationships of Mr. Frank Frazetta, the man who brought us images of Conan the Barbarian and inspired generations of artists and comic book artists and animators. He is one of the legends, probably one of the most prominent artists or fantasy artists. Well, no, let's just say artists. Probably one of the most prominent artists of the past, half a century. He truly is a fantastic painter, an artist, and this documentary really explores his processes. Like, to think that someone who could paint such realistic and beautiful pictures, in this they say that he's able to capture the moment inside a moment. Like, he's able to capture action inside of a painting. Like, he captures the moment that something happens inside the painting. And to think that someone that is that talented would procrastinate and wait until his deadline was only a few hours away, and then he would stay up all night with a pot of coffee and paint something that was incredible. But then when he actually tried to apply himself to it and paint something, like take a little bit from this painting, take a little bit from that painting, take what the people liked from this character, and combine it into something that he thought everyone would like, it was one of his worst received endeavors. So just hearing about his trials and tribulations of being an artist, thinking about how, and he had his own little clique of art buddies, because he was back and forth throughout his life. His father was a military guy, so he was all over the place. So really, his calling was in art school. That was kind of his thing. He loved art, and that was like his solidarity with other people. And that I thought was very interesting, because even in an older age, he would get together with these guys. These guys started their own comic books back in like the 50s and 60s and stuff, and he was doing, beautiful, scantily clad women. He was doing, these muscular, hulking figures that are just, savage, wild men. He was just a phenomenal. He took what, let's say Conan, for instance, he took what Robert E. Howard would describe as Conan, tall, muscular but lean, dark hair, dark skin, and Frazetta's portrait of Conan from the depiction of Robert E. Howard is the depiction that we all know of Conan. That is our Conan. It's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, as far as sadly to say, it's not him. What everyone sees as Conan is Frank Frazetta's pictures of Conan. Because Conan, when Frank Frazetta started painting the covers for Conan, submitting the covers for Conan the Barbarian. He took a pulp novel that was only selling a few thousand copies, and it went to selling millions of copies simply because his artwork stood out more than the other covers. In an age of all these watercolors and crazy things, he was able to do things with standard, oil, watercolor, any medium, any form of paint, he could make something absolutely just astounding with. And it was amazing that he took Conan from a little pulp novel, and all of a sudden the stories were phenomenal by Robert E. Howard, but that cover art by Frank Frazetta, that's what sold the books, you know what I mean? And it was just hearing all these stories about him and how he came up, went to art school, had his clique, went through the comic book industry, went through the movie industry, went through animation. He was truly a jack of all trades when it came to art and painting and animating and things like that. He was one of the best, and this documentary is really telling, and it's definitely something you guys should check out. If you want to check it out, I watched it on Prime Video, so go check it out over there. I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. If you like Frank Frazetta, definitely check it out. If you don't know much about Mr. Frazetta, check it out anyway. It's something you should get on to, guys. It's phenomenal, even though it came out like 22 years ago. But it's a great documentary, guys. Thanks so much for watching. That's it for Frazetta Painting with Fire. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And guys, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out, my friends. God bless you, and I will see you soon.